Hello everybody, Retro Wolf 64 here, and I have a piece of old Eldritch arcane technology. A Batman plug-and-play game. I've not played this in many years. Like many years. Probably over a decade. Like I haven't touched this thing since I was like maybe 9 years old, I think. Jeez, man, it's almost like 2 decades at this point. And I want to see if I can summon some kind of eldritch magic in order to turn it on. So let's just see here real quick. And now under seal. And now under seal. And now under seal. Oh, I think we're getting something. I think we're getting something here. Eh, we got it. We got it. I think things are going good. Hold on. Yeah, everything's sounding good. Man. Jeez Louise, good grief, man. This is a flashback away from nostalgia, if you will. I think I'm gonna play it on easy mode. I haven't done this in years, mind you. So, keep in mind, like, I am obviously not going to be good. I want to say this is based off of one of the Batman anime cartoons, I want to say. I don't know which one though. Because I don't think I ever recognized the designs for any of the characters. Not as a kid and definitely not now. Obviously I'm going to be starting with the Joker here. Give him pause if you want to like kind of read this whole briefing. I'll pretty much like give you a whole thing of, you know, like, hey, here's what's going on in the story, and I'll give you the controls, you know. So I'll try my best to explain things as they go along. So from what I remember, there's these, you know, detective stages like we're seeing here right now. You'll also have vehicle stages, platforming stages, and then you'll have like a boss fight at the end of every mission, I guess, if you want to call it like a mission. With the whole detective stages like you're seeing here, you pretty much need to find your way out and investigate everything, or at least as much as you can, because, you know, the solutions may not always be in the same room. So I would always look around. Inmate's bed. Can't see anything interesting. As you can tell, we are searching through as the game described anyway, I guess insane asylum? I guess, would the more modern term be a mental institute? I'm asking for reasons, you know, or should I just stick with the whole, like, Batman lore? I think I might just stick with the whole Batman lore, because in context, we are looking through Arkham Asylum. That's technically where we're at right now. And of course, I'm just stating this right now because I want to make sure that, you know, reasons, obviously. Bed, just some dusty sheets. Yeah, sometimes you'll get nothing, sometimes you'll get something. Don't worry if you don't find anything. I believe on the upper hand, like the top bar of the screen, it will, you know, any items you get will show up there, so like you'll know if you got something. I'll try to make a note of it if, you know, if something ever... Oh, there we go! Crowbar just popped up right by the health bar up there. So, I think there was like some lockers that needed the crowbar to get into. I think it's around here, right? Using the crowbar. So now the crowbar has been replaced with a cell block key. This is normal for this game from what I remember. Like if you have one item and you end up, I guess, like if you have an item and you end up getting another item from whatever you were doing before. It looks like it's leaking, so maybe something's going on there. Maybe we could use something to turn that valve or something. But yeah, in these kinds of stages, you'll need to remember where things are at, and you'll need to make sure you do a bit of backtracking, which can get a bit confusing at times. It does get a little bit confusing. Even I have gotten mixed up before. Frick, I was going on that whole rant. I completely forgot to search the stuff, you know. My philosophy is search everything. Search as much as you can. Sometimes enemies will show up through these stages. You only need to make sure you take care of them before you start searching, because they will get in the way. Most board. Please be vigilant when dealing with our new inmate, the Joker. Do not engage conversation with him under circumstances, and make sure it's closed at all times. Huh. Seems like this Joker fellow is, a bit of trouble. And yes, I am being a bit vague. I think we all know how much trouble the Joker is, let's be real. Grease the valve and turn it. There's a lot of explosion nearby. Yeah, there we go. We're getting somewhere, baby. Let's go. Cell key that said the Joker. So that door leads outside. But why would it be covered up with brick and a ventilation system? Joker's cell. Looks like the Joker's giving me an invite to his party. And I don't think it's a party I want to be invited to, let's be real here. Knowing how he is. Let's use the key and go. Level complete. Our next set of stages are the sort of... Actually, no, I don't think I ever mentioned these kinds of, I guess, stages before. There's kind of like a... how do I even describe it? It's more like a beat 'em up kind of deal. Where it's like you beat up the enemies, you know, get to the stage. I think this might be more so along the lines of like the whole platformer thing, but like more of like a platformer beat 'em up. Because, actually no, yeah, this would probably be more along the lines of like just a beat 'em up kind of stage, you know. Defeat the waves of sorry, I just... For whatever reason, I cannot talk today. Frick, man. But anyway, yeah. I'd say this is more of like the beat 'em up kind of stages where you beat up waves of enemies. you get to a certain point where you get stopped and you have to, fight, so many waves of enemies before you are allowed to move on. I say these are slightly different from the platforming stages because there are some platforming stages where you are essentially going on the clock and need to either get through the stage in a certain time limit or, complete, so many, like, you pretty much need to complete an objective in order to get to the end of the stage, and then of course reach the end of said stage. Man, me doing an actual let's play of a video game, this will be a 100% easy mode run though, so keep that in mind. I don't know the differences between easy, medium, and hard, As far as I'm aware, I think the only thing that really makes it different between the different levels of difficulty are just like sort of the way, like the amount of enemies you have to deal with, and maybe also the types of enemies. If any of you who have played this actually and have played the harder modes, let me know down in the comments. I'd actually like to, I'd be curious to know. Also, yes, the checkpoints are the Batman symbol. I mean, it makes sense. It is a Batman game, so it shouldn't really be that surprising that it would be a Batman symbol. Man, 2 checkpoints before, hitting a wall. Oh, speaking of hitting walls, here we go. Not so much a literal wall, but more so a figurative wall, Yes, you can throw batarangs at your enemies. There also is like sort of like a special energy batarang, which is what that special gauge is. I'm not really going to use it too much on these kinds of stages. But with that in mind, I think I'm going to stop it here because these can get a bit long, so with that in mind, thank you all so much for tuning in to this first episode, and I will see you all in the next one, alright? Stay cool, everybody.